happy Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this. Hope your week is going well so far. As you know, most weeks as we do these devos, we kind of connect to the sermon from last week, and today I'm going to deviate from that a little bit. I'm going to share something that God has been doing in me, and I don't know if you'll be able to connect fully or not, but I'm hoping that maybe you can and take a little bit from it. And so here's kind of what's been going on in me for the past week or so. So as you know, the Lakeland girls basketball team had a great season, culminated with a big sectional final win over Menominee, and then they got an awesome opportunity, a once every 30 years kind of opportunity to head down to Green Bay for the state tournament. And as you maybe saw in the newspapers or watched the game yourself, they played well. They went down and took on a tough team from Pewaukee and lost in the first game. And it was one of those milestone moments for our children, and of course for Jenny and I as parents, as well, as we've put our kids in cars and driven them all over the state for athletics and doing those things over the years in preparation that one day they could maybe celebrate in the way that we were able to with our daughter Kale. And all of a sudden, just like that, the day is over. All the anticipation, really years in the making, and it's over just like that. And that happens to a lot of things in life, a lot of different things that we do, right? That we look forward to a vacation, and before we know it, we're on the plane heading back home, or in our cars heading back home, or back at work on Monday. We get a new car, and after a few weeks, you forget that you get a new car. It feels the same as your old car, maybe, or you forget that you're riding in it, or maybe you do a home edition, a much anticipated thing, and we just have these things in life. They're beautiful. Maybe it's maybe your child getting married or something like that. A lot of anticipation, a lot of hope, a lot of dreams, a lot of saving for these things, these moments, etc. And you walk away and it all happens quickly and it's over with, or it loses its luster even a little bit. And I don't say this in any way fatalistically, but I think you can relate. What it comes down to is it didn't maybe satisfy the way that you thought it would. Again, fill in the blanks of your own life. So I'm just sharing a little bit of mine. And that hit me, and it kind of brought me down for a little bit. And then the next day after state, our family went to a movie. And we went and watched the movie Jesus Revolution. Maybe you've seen that, maybe you've heard things. I would say it's worth watching, at least from me, from a historical standpoint. It was neat to see the Jesus movement of the hippie movement. But during that movie, I really felt something that reminded me of what does satisfy. And that is a relationship with God. It satisfies in a way that things in this earth, though they can be joyful, can't satisfy. Again, a trip to state, a milestone moment, a new something or other, a vacation. All those things are limited in their ability to satisfy us. But a relationship with God and seeing others grow in that relationship with God that is not temporary but is permanent is something that does satisfy. And that was just something that really came to mind to me. And then adding into that then a little bit, to take that another step farther, I'm going to give you a passage this week to take a look at. And it's Isaiah chapter 55. I've been working through Isaiah in an annual reading plan. It's not always an easy book to get, a lot of abstract and vision type of stuff, prophecy type of stuff. But if you get a chance this week, even today, take a peek at Isaiah 55, because God also then showed me through His Word kind of what I'd been thinking, that so often I chase after things that won't satisfy, but remind myself to chase after things that will satisfy, things that He offers. Again, just a couple of snippets from that passage that I think will speak to you. But at the start of 55, it says, "Come all who are thirsty," a recent song about that, "come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy?" what will give us satisfaction in life, and that is God and what He has to offer. Knowing that what He has to offer will last forever, not just as temporary. Verse 8, I would check that out. Seek the Lord while He may be found. Call on Him while He is near. Again, that was in the movie, a connection that people made to seek the Lord in the middle of that revival movement, mostly out in California in the Jesus movement back in the 70s, etc. And then just other passages. But I would encourage you to read chapter 55 this week. Again, I recognize today, as you're seeing this, hopefully you're able to connect a little bit, maybe not, but I'd love to have more conversations with you about it if you can relate to what I'm talking about today. But again, just finding the things in your life, recognizing the things that haven't satisfied and why, but recognizing what truly will and can satisfy us every day of our life. Again, that's a relationship with the God of the universe that reminds us of His mercy and love throughout our lives. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy that snow as much as you can. Summer is coming. Remember that. Have a great day.